What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dev back with another one. He's talking about it. Today I'm going to talk about Prime Battle Frieza's EZA and why I think it's done right. Now, I believe last video I was talking about how Prime Battle Goku's EZA was good enough to be ran for Extreme Super Battle for like those first 10 stages when he first dropped. And the same thing will go for Prime Battle Frieza. Now, 2020 was around the time when Extreme Super Battle Road had dropped, and around the time where long events was like the meta. So you can make the case that he could be ran in long events, with STR Cooler being one of the best T-Wars in the game at the time, because STR Cooler destroyed the long events, because they were all basically pure Saiyans long events, because you have the legendary GT Goku event. I'm not sure if that came out in 2020. I believe that came out in 2021. I don't remember when it came out, but you guys get exactly what I mean. You had the Legendary Goku event, you had the Legendary Vegeta event, you had the Legendary GT Goku event, if it was out at the time. So, I think this guy would have worked well, because he actually links up relatively well with STR Cooler. So, let's talk about why this guy's EZA was done so right. And we're going to be talking about this guy's EZA during the meta of long events and ESBR. So, let's go ahead and talk about it, right? Now, before I continue on into it, last video was Prime Battle Vegeta, and he was spoken upon during the Red Zone meta. That was when his EZA dropped, so that is why I talked about him being used in Red Zone. This guy's EZA was dropped in 2020 of November 5th, so his EZA will be talked about during the Extreme Super Battle Road and long events sort of meta, because this is the year of the Blue Fusions. You guys know how they do in long events, so let's go ahead and get into it, right? So the first thing that made Frieza pretty good, to be honest, was the fact that he could be ran in slot 1 or he could be ran in slot 3. Because this specific thing right here, him gaining an additional 3 ki and 50% more defense as the first or third attacker in a turn, was pretty damn good. Because that can either mean that you can run him in slot 1 next to a very good linking partner such as STR Cooler, and he would damage blitz the shit out of the enemy and obliterate them, or he could be run in slot 3. You can get his 12 ki, and he would gain 50% attack and defense 1 turn. So his versatility in slot 1 and slot 3, I would argue, would be a little underrated, because although people would say that he is not a slot 1 unit, I can definitely see it. But the thing is that if the enemy is not attacking in slot 1, even though that's the most common place to attack, I think that this guy could be put in slot 1. Now, of course, if the enemy's attacking in slot 1, you would have to burn that item, but granted, burning an item for this guy is worth it. But if we're talking no items, slot 3 is definitely his slot, because he can work well in that slot. Slot 2 or 3 will be his main slots, because he does have to get his defense before he attacks on his 12 ki. Now, of course, the real best thing about this unit, besides him being a slot 1 or 3 unit, or basically all slots unit, besides slot 1, of course, unless you want to burn the item, but you guys get exactly what I mean by that. The main best thing about this unit is that his linking partners continue to get better and better. Look at his linking partners. It was like, what do we have here? With the 6 best common links, I mean, transforming Frieza at the time, I'm not sure if he had his EZ at the time, but I mean, pretty crazy. I gotta keep it inside 2020's meta. We had transforming Frieza, we had physical Cooler, and if I'm not wrong, we have STR Cooler right here. We also have Mecha Frieza and King Cold, but they weren't really like, I mean, they were alright for Super Battle or Extreme Super Battle. Well, Extreme Super Battle because that was the meta. It was alright for Extreme Super Battle, but he had great linking partners. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to say LR Final Form Cooler because he wasn't out in 2020, but you take a look at his linking partners. He had physical Cooler, he had transforming Frieza, he had STR Cooler, he had Mecha Frieza and King Cold if you wanted to run him for Super Battle Road. I mean, linking partners were doing right by him. Another unit they had LR Full Power Frieza. I mean, they had the LR Meta Cool Army, who was good for Super Battle Road. I mean, come on, guys, that's nothing you can shy away from. Also, you had the second form Frieza, who was alright for Extreme Super Battle. You just had to hide him. The same would go for this AGL Final Form Frieza, because he used an AoE that could stun and seal. So, he had pieces around him. That's another thing that's good about him. He had pieces around him, and he can be ran practically in every slot, including slot 1, but you really had to figure out if you wanted to burn the item or not. So, The third thing that's good about him is his super attack effects. This guy's super attack effects are very, 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 very good. Because his 12 key, 50% attack and defense 1 turn. Nice, standard, good. His 18 key, he greatly lowered attack and defense. Greatly lowering attack is superbly powerful. That's 30% defense. I mean, that's 30% attack and defense lower, right? Yeah, you lower the enemy's attack and defense by 30% for 3 turns. I didn't even know it was 3 turns. But this is a superbly powerful ability for Extreme Super Battle Road, and that's what made him so good and runnable in that day and age for Extreme Super Battle Road. Now, granted, long events, you had to go ahead and get the 12 key off so he can gain 50% attack defense 1 turn, but it was fine because, particularly, you put STR Cooler in slot 1, I would assume, because you're stacking his attack for long events. This is strictly for long events, of course. Well, and Extreme Super Battle Road. You put STR Cooler in slot 1, then you put this guy in either slot 2 or slot 3 if you want to get the extra key in defense, and he'll work well. It would just work out completely fine because he'll 12 key, he'll miss out on that key on purpose so he can 12 key, and it'll be fine. Unless you want the additional defense, but it really went both ways. You can either run this guy in Extreme Super Battle Road for his greatly attack lower, or you can run him in long events for his 12 key for his 50% attack and defense. So that is number 3 about him, his great super attack effects. Number 4, and I think this aged perfectly with him, his amazing link set. This guy has the best link set out of every Prime Battle LR. It's literally no discussion. He doesn't have a better... Okay. Let's list off the Prime Battle LRs. Let me see if I can remember them all. Let's go from AGL all the way down to physical. So AGL, Extreme AGL, Prime Battle LRs, there's none. Is there any Super AGL ones? Yeah, it's Prime Battle Trunks. Prime Battle Trunks does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. Let's go over to tech. Prime Battle Goku does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. That's not even a discussion. Prime Battle Cell does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. Let's see. Is there Extreme Mid Prime Battle one? No. Prime Battle TN does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. That's not even, no. Let's see. Is there any more Super Saiyan ones? No, there isn't. Okay, Prime Battle Gohan? Fuck no. He does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. Is there any more STR ones? I'm missing out on? No. I know it's a physical one. It's Boo Bobbity. Boo Bobbity does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. Is there another one that I'm missing? Prime Battle Krone. Prime Battle Krone does not have a better link set than Prime Battle Frieza. No! Every Prime Battle, Frieza has the best link set out of every Prime Battle LR easily. Because he has these Frieza family links. Strongest Clan in Space, Universe's Most Malevolent, Metamorphosis, Thirst for Conquest, Big Bad Bosses, Fear and Faith, Legendary Power. Beautiful link set, magnificent, especially BBB. Hey, BBB. Now, link leveling wasn't out at the time, if I'm not incorrect. I think link leveling came around in 2021, right? That was during version Z? I don't completely remember. But yeah, you guys get exactly what I mean. And the last and final thing about him was his ability to delete everything. Also, yeah, I mean, of course now that I'm actually thinking about it, no, it still works. It still works. Because he does still gain that plus additional 3 key when facing super class enemies. But you could just throw him in slot 2 for long events. Yeah, I just thought about it. Because I know someone would have commented that down below. What about his additional 3 key when going up against super class enemies, like the Legendary Goku event, when he's in slot 2? I think he'd still be fine he can miss getting out in that 18 key. You can grab him like 1 or 2 key, and he'll sit in that second slot and still gain 50% attack defense in 1 turn. Yeah, I know one of you fuckers would have commented that. I already saw that. What was the final thing? I forgot the final point about him. I think that was it. That's really all there is about Prime Battle. Oh, no, I thought about it. It's attack stat. You guys know what this guy's attack stat was sitting at? This guy can sit at a 7 million attack stat in 2020. You're sitting at 7-8 million. I'm just saying. Prime Battle Frieza. If you had double STR Cooler on rotation in either Extreme Super Battle Road or long event, this guy was sitting at 7 or 8 million. Just fucking saying, bro. This guy's nasty. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and recap Prime Battle Frieza. The first thing that's great about him is his ability to sit in slot 1 or 3. Basically, he's sitting all slots. I mean, for the first slot, you had to burn an item, but burning an item was worth it because this guy would delete an enemy regardless. In Extreme Super Battle, of course. And, of course, I mean, for the Legendary Goku event or Vegeta event, whatever event was out at the time, that was the mainstay thing. I would assume that you would have to like, you know, keep him in the slot 2 or 3. But yeah, that's the first thing that's good about him. Him being able to sit in slot 1, 2, and 3, but you know, 1 you had to burn the item, or whatever the case was. The second thing that's good about him is his linking partners. I mean, physical cooler, everyone loved this easy at the time. Transformer Frieza, you know, you have STR Cooler, Mega Frieza King Gold. And also you have LR4 Power Frieza, you have this Final Form Frieza, you have Second Form Frieza. The third thing that's good about him is his link set. Guy's one of the best link sets in the game. I would argue, low-key, he's low-key as one of the best link sets in the game. Especially nowadays. We ain't talking about nowadays. Now moving over to the fourth thing about him, he has great super attack effects, which does matter. His 12 key for long events, and long events or other difficult content. And then you have his 18 key for Extreme Super Battle Road. That's it. Now, on the topic of Prime Battle Vegeta, he don't got shit. For Red Zone, if he does not quadruple super attack, he's gone. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.